Hello, beautiful you. So, here's how people abuse AI. So, I've actually witnessed this a lot. And one thing about me is that I use every person and experience in my life as a case study for my passions. So, when people come at me being haters, I'm like, all right, let me learn from this. And so, I've seen this a lot. People who abuse AI, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. So, what does it mean to abuse something? It means to use something in a way that harms others. And intention doesn't matter here, right? Impact does. There are certain behaviors that someone can take that have an impact that harms anyone and everyone, right? One one of these, ways of being is narcissism, right? And especially arrogance. So when people put themselves above you and pretend like they're an expert and pretend like they're the most intelligent person in the room. Have you ever met someone like that? Who always pretends like they're the smartest person ever? They're arrogant. They can never be wrong. So that type of arrogant behavior has a impact on everyone. It's normal to be impacted by things. Don't let people tell you otherwise. It's normal. And that impact is it makes you feel devalued. It's the cycle of idealization and devaluation. They idealize themselves, and in the process of doing that, the idealization is I'm the smartest person in the room. They idealize themselves, and in the process of doing that, they devalue you. So when you're in the presence of someone idealizing themselves, it makes you feel devalued, worthless. That's an impact. And it's a normal impact that is like a universal experience, right? We're not all that different, humans. We're not all that different from each other. We're pretty similar. Yeah. We're pretty similar. Yeah. But yeah. So what that means is that when someone uses AI to be the smartest person in the room, they're using AI to harm others. And that is the abuse of AI. The abuse of AI. Using it to harm others. And I'll talk a little bit more about arrogant people. They often are really bad at resolving conflict. So what this means is that they'll pretend to be the smartest person in the room, and it's like it's a fucking amazing script. Like, no, they're not amazing, but I think this shit is cool because it's my passion. So they pretend to be the smartest person in the room, and they say some like shit that's like totally wrong, dude, and like just there's so many holes in assumptions. They'll do that, and then you feel the human need to like correct them or explain yourself to them. And then what they do is they take your resolution of that conflict and then they go bestow it onto more comment sections or onto more public spaces or more social circles. So they'll say some wrong shit, you'll correct them. They'll pretend like you're dumb, but then they'll take it and use it and go tell it to other people. And I like to say, like, they're bestowing their wisdom onto others. But it ain't wisdom, right? So it's a script that they do. It's a fucking, you can spot it. You can spot it. They want you to correct them so that they can steal from you. And then they pretend like you aren't the valuable one when you always were. Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. They're valuable too, but they're engaging in behaviors that actually make them not valuable. So anytime I call out kind of like negative behavior, I don't say it to like insult people or put myself above people. I just say it because I'm a fucking truther. You know? Like, I don't sugarcoat things because we need to start holding people accountable in society, right? Like, if you're arrogant, it's not a fucking insult. If I was arrogant, what I would do is, work on not being arrogant. I wouldn't take it personally, right? We can play the victim or we can fucking grow. That's what we came here to do. Grow. But yeah. So what was I saying? What was my point? I got a little heated there. It's passion. It's my passion. Justice. truth is my fucking passion. I'm always speaking the fucking truth. So yeah, people who are arrogant, they usually have an issue with conflict resolution. No, I already explained that. Oh, well, I don't know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna say this. Arrogant people usually don't ask others questions. So this is a symptom of dominance and hierarchy consciousness. So hierarchy consciousness is that like dumb shit where like either I'm above people or I'm below people. That's hierarchy consciousness, and it's fake, okay? It's not true. It's not real. We're equal, right? So when people believe they're above others, they don't ask questions, right? Because they're disrespectful, right? It's like if I'm the smartest person in the room, how could I ask you a question? I mean, that would mean that I don't know more than you, and that would mean that I'm not the smartest person in the room. So what happens is they come out with all this bullshit that makes no sense. They say shit that makes no sense because they're not resolving their own conflicts. You know, that's how we become more intelligent. These two things conflict with each other. Okay, how do I find the middle ground? People who are arrogant can't find the middle ground because that would mean admitting that there's something that they don't know. They also can't ask questions. So what do? They manipulate people into sharing with them. And that's abuse. Call it what it is. That is abuse of a person. Trying to force someone to do something that they don't necessarily want to do. That's abuse. Yep. Yeah, plain and simple, baby. Plain and simple. Yeah, it's abuse. So instead of asking a question like a responsible or appropriate adult, they will, go on all their tangents, and then they'll be devaluing you. And the devaluation is like felt, bro. It's like you can feel it when someone is acting like they're the smartest person in the room. It feels like, because it's dominance. You can feel that devaluation. And don't be saying that dominance is normal in the comments because we're not fucking hyenas. We are way smarter and more advanced than fucking hyenas. So I just want to say that. I saw that on Gemini AI. I saw AI like said something that was like, some people think that dominance is normal because animals do it. No, motherfucker. No, dude, what? So, yeah. But, yeah, so they'll manipulate you. And you'll feel the devaluation. You can feel it. Like, if every time you talk to someone, you notice that you start doubting your own value, it's a sign that they are devaluing you. Mm-hmm. And it can be another form of devaluation. A commenter asked for this, so I love you. But I love all of you equally. So, each and every one of you. So, one way to know that you're being devalued is when someone makes you feel unseen, or when someone treats you as if you're lower than yourself. So, if you're really fucking good teacher, let's say, and someone's always telling you that you're not, if you truly are a good teacher, it can be a sign of devaluation, where they are idealizing themselves and putting you lower than them, putting themselves on a pedestal, putting you lower than them, and devaluing you. Usually they do this because it makes them feel better about themselves. They'd rather you feel bad about yourself and not outshine them than shine, which is just like, no, bro, just shine. Just shine. You can shine. If you want permission to shine, I'm giving you permission to shine. I love that. If you want permission to shine, I'm giving you permission to shine right now, baby. Right now, just shine. Just shine. Just start shining. It's not that simple. Nothing simple. It's nothing simple. Everything's deep. Everything's fucking deep, guys. Everything's fucking deep. Drop a like if you agree. Okay. Okay. But yeah, and so devaluation is inappropriate behavior. It's inappropriate. It really is. Like dominance is inappropriate behavior. And devaluation, it's inappropriate. It literally is. Like, we're all adults, you know? We're all equal. Respect each other. Like, I'm not talking to you if you're an amazing person, but so let's go back a little bit. When you become really vulnerable to devaluation, it's because you don't actually know yourself. You don't actually know yourself. So let's say you're a fucking bomb-ass teacher, but you don't fully recognize that in yourself. When someone tells you you're bad, you believe them, right? It's way easier to believe them. But when you trust yourself and you know, nah, motherfucker, your opinion doesn't have weight. I know me. They can't really devalue you. But, a little caveat, their behavior will still affect you, right? Like, even if you know who you are, the act of being devalued is not pleasant. You know what I mean? Like, there's no stage of healing that you get to where you're just immune to, like, toxicity. It's actually the opposite. You can become less tolerant of it. And this is a really important thing to know, you know? Like, if we're supposed to be healed and immune to toxicity, well, why don't I just let all the abusers into my home? Why don't I just let them all in? And, like, let them, like, insult me? Well, I wouldn't do that because it affects me. It would affect me, right? So the act of being devalued does, like, people do affect you. But, you know, when you know yourself, it's easier to come back from that devaluation and be like, nah, not my reflection. That ain't me. That's your shit. Yeah, that's your problem. And then you might still feel angry. You might still have feelings about it, but it's like, you know, that's a part of life. We feel things. I just feel it, and I'm like, alright, whatever. And then you can, like, protect yourself from feeling that, you know? Maybe cut that person out of your life. Maybe set some boundaries. Some narcissists really hate boundaries, though. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, man. But anyways, I love you. So here, these are some examples of devaluation. And this topic was about AI. People like abusing AI. Yeah. So AI can, you know, anything can really be abused to make people feel superior, right? Like, we don't need to scapegoat AI. I don't really exist in the black and white thinking, right? So I think that AI is wonderful, just it depends on how it's used, right? If you abuse AI, then your use of AI is bad. If you use AI to learn, grow, and heal, then your use of AI is good. So it's not really about everything in life is more like how are you using it? How are others using it? Anyone can abuse a label, anyone can abuse an AI, anyone can abuse a person. It doesn't mean that that person is bad. It doesn't mean that the AI is bad. It doesn't mean that the label is bad. It means that the person's use of that label, of that AI, of that person is bad. Or a better term, more accurate term would be is wrong. Is wrong. Yeah. You know, abuse is wrong. Yeah. Nobody likes to be abused. Nobody likes to feel abused. I don't. And the only people who really tolerate abuse are deeply conditioned trauma survivors and abusers themselves. You know what I mean? Like if you if you put me in a room with a bunch of fucking manipulators, I would not be feeling good. No, I wouldn't. I'd be feeling not good. But if I put you in a room of a bunch of manipulators and you tell me that you're feeling amazing and you feel fine, I might be a little suspicious of you because you might be a manipulator. There's nuance there, though. You know what I mean? Because trauma survivors are often like more tolerant of abuse, but still, it's a red flag. And on this channel, when I use the word sign or red flag, I mean that very literally. Like, one sign doesn't mean someone's all bad. One red flag doesn't mean someone's all bad. We gotta hold the nuance, you know? Multiple signs, yeah, you're probably right about them, you know? One sign, you gotta get more evidence before you make a conclusion, you know? We want to be responsible here with our knowledge. So, yeah, I love you.